Okay, we're live. Sweet. Hopefully that's not too much exposed here, but yeah, so hopefully I have this chat now that I can now chat. We are live. Get some feedback in here. Okay, so hopefully I have, anyways, for anybody's knowing, I think under here, if I go to my, well, here, let me go to my other channel. And I feel like if I go to my other channel here and I click on your channel, and then when you click here and say go live, then this is where that screen becomes. So I feel like I could actually maybe, uh, yeah. So I was talking about doing a I was I made a video, um, and I was thinking about, oh hey, this would be a perfect video to put on my second channel because I was like more talking about. Well, I was thinking about this. Anyway, so let's get into this. I'm going to be eating some cookies, some Oreos, but hopefully, I don't know, probably not a bad idea. I don't know. We'll have to say. But yeah, so this is should be a short video, but I've kind of organized this project into the knowledge base project, and so I've got the knowledge base was just kind of the idea. We've had a really great talk with a consultant about the what existing knowledge bases are out there. So I think that's really going to help me. But I feel like it's hard to get a grasp of this project, and I understand that. It's hard for me to understand it. Let's be clear, right? It's hard for me to understand. It's something I've noticed when it's hard for me to understand, when it's hard for me to explain it to myself. I can't explain it to someone else. It's like I need to be able to explain it to myself, which is kind of like the long of the short of these live streams, up to a point. Especially this one. This one is going to be 100%. I don't know the answer. I'm trying to find the answer, and I think I've made a major breakthrough in that answer. But yeah, let's get into that. Um, but yeah, so there's existing stuff. So again, so let's do a recap. So knowledge base, it's probably a horrible example. Oops, how do I rename that? Sorry, rename. So capital B. I'm sorry. I'm very OCD. But yeah, so I've created this new. This is Obsidian, by the way. So Obsidian is a pretty cool, um, just a pretty cool tool that I like. It's kind of the start. It's been the start of my knowledge base for a while, which I guess I should mention that. Maybe talk a little bit about the history of how we got to this project knowledge. Um, yeah, so in project knowledge, we're going to dive into the depth, the deep end of a project that is really taken off and working on. Yeah, I guess the deep end of a project that is really taken off and working on the design elements of this project. So yeah, so it's really this, there's so many concepts and they're kind of converging, the convergence, from Marvel's Age of Ultron, or no, sorry, Marvel, Thor: The Dark World. I've been this is my fifth time watching the Marvel, so that's why it's on my brain a lot. And the entire, like, all the movies, and I've skipped a few Thor, even though Thor is probably you know one of my favorite characters. I skipped the first movie because I've seen it so much and I didn't really feel like rehashing that. But then I skipped the Dark World. But then I'm like, oh well, the Dark World talks about an Infinity Stone, so I guess there again. So to me, it's like, let's um let's talk about a new note here. Let's call it Infinity Saga, right? Um, and then this is not to be confused with although Captain Marvel, the first Avenger, although that is probably a great introduction to the character, not because it's an to the concept, right? To the concept, sorry, to the concept, not that because it's well, the introducing Captain America, right? So, but say down here is Captain America. Yes. First Avenger, first Avenger. So like to me, it's like let's say Captain America 4, right? That's a new world order. Is that what it's called now? Yes. So this is the first Avenger. But the idea here is if the Infinity Saga uh is, and it's like how the saga. So it's like you've got the power of mind, soul, time, um, da 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 da. Right. The other. I think there's a couple more here. Oh, reality. Um, power, mind, soul, time, reality. What are the five? What are the five? What are the Infinity Stones? There again, so to me, it's like this is a like Google, right? So I mean, this is like a project for Google too. So to me, it's like yes, when you look at Google, you can do a Google search. Which granted, I actually do a well, I guess I should, so if I want to do a search on a website, right? So maybe I should do like Marvel.com Thor, right? If I do a search like that, it sort of does return a ton of um, yeah, it searches the Marvels, so yeah. Oh, and I guess this is yeah, so it's oh yeah, okay. So yeah, see they already have their own Wikipedia article, I guess. Uh, my consultant was like, well, people don't really tend to put articles like that out together, but I'm like, well, they may, right? It's hey, here's a really good example of one that's like being put together by Marvel. I mean, this is like a Marvel is like, yeah, they really. This is one of my. I feel like it's going to be my best customer because of this idea, and this is cool too. Like they have this real um, breakdown of their character. Um, yeah. So this is what is this? Yeah. So if you can I just go to characters? What do I get if I just go to characters? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So here we go. Laffy, yeah, daughter. Yeah. So here's the featured characters like Miss Minutes. Yeah, this is kind of like the Time Variance Authority, the TVA. Yeah. So this is oh yeah, this is amazing. And there again, they get money from their advertisements. Um, yeah. So yeah, this is a um. So I would have to interface, right? So the point yeah. So the point would be to interface with them. Um, oh, interesting. Yeah. So now if I go to yeah, so if I can buy it on digital today. I haven't seen Marvels yet. I'm going to, right? I mean, it's definitely. I'm skipping Echo, but anyways. So yeah. So let's see. Da 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 da. Oh yeah, the Soul Gems. So there's the time, space, reality, mind, power, and soul. Time, space. Oh, space is one I'm missing. Yeah, the space stone. So um, anyway, so the sorry to get all distracted, but so yeah, so the point of this is to say, okay, yeah, so this is, but in Captain Marvel, Captain Captain America, the first Avenger. Speaking of Marvels, this Captain Marvel is yeah. I don't know why they. I mean, it's a trope from a long time ago. Is why they have Captain Marvel and Captain America. But anyways, um, yeah, it's I don't know. I guess like Petty Carger is like yeah Captain British, right? They should have introduced Petty Carger as Captain British or something. I don't know. It would have been funny. Anyway, so yeah, so to me it's like this is kind of the idea. So like this is one of the big concept is like hey and there again when you're telling someone hey go watch the Infinity Saga to me like Thor the Dark World uh introduces the I don't know introduces a stone and I don't remember which one. Here, let me Google what Infinity Stone was in Thor the Dark World. So this was the Reality Stone. Okay, that would make something. It doesn't really make sense to me, but okay. Uh, and this is the reality stone. So reality. In fact, um, Thor's um, introduction to the Infinity um, Infinity Stones is unbelievable, right? It's like, wow, this is cool. But then there again, like, you know, I mean, just unbelievable as in wow, but also unbelievable because who told him? Maybe what's his name? Um the Watcher, not the Watcher, but what's God, he's almost a Watcher, but maybe who's his buddy? Um who manages the in Marvel, who manages the Bifrost? What's his name? Heimdall, yeah. Heimdall is what I'm thinking about here. So yeah, so we got Heimdall here. Um, and to me, it's like I guess that's part of like in building this. Um, it, yeah, I mean, and this like this is a massive multi-year project, right? That's no doubt in my mind. And maybe I should instead be looking at that. I should be looking at the here. Let me get the this up so I can get because I really do want people to chat and watch and that's part of the whole point of this. But I figured I'm going to be working on this and I need to get back into streaming and editing videos and probably should do that as well. But anyway, but yeah, so it's, um, yeah, so this is a multi-year project that has started probably 20 plus years ago, 20, 30, I don't know, a long time ago, maybe, maybe 30 years ago. I don't know. I'm 47 now, so maybe we'll say 30 years ago I started this project and has always been on the back burner. And now it's pretty much on the front burner, along with a lot of other projects. But anyways, moving forward. So yeah, so we're just talking about this idea of the Infinity Stones. That this is like the Infinity Saga, and then like Captain. This is here. Let me say a. Well, whatever this is. This doesn't have this. Yeah, I feel like yeah. I love Word. Let me talk about here. Let me create a note. We'll say 98 um, programs, right? Programs. Love Word. Use Obsidian. And, note Obsidian can't create hierarchical data. I mean, it's like I want to say one. Oh, is it one? And then can I say, you know, and I feel like it doesn't do anything, right? So if I say two, I guess. And then if I say, oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, we're doing that. Okay. And then can I say under here, do I say A? Are you going to be happy? No, I meant A is in, yes. Wow. So yeah, I'm fighting with this. I guess partly because I don't know and partly because of, and then why aren't you doing two? Yeah. So I guess you can hierarchical data. Don't know how, not good. I mean, look at the difference in Word, right? If I'm like trying to create a Word document, and let's just go a blank document, I go A, you know, oops. Oh, I guess A, and then okay, Word. Wow, Word. Insert. I just have to insert a. You yeah, there we go. Oh, test. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Test two. Yeah, so and then I can just test three. It's like that's. I'm not sure why one test. Okay, so yeah, it's just me being dumb. But I wish it was that easy. I mean that's how easy it is in Word. So um, yeah. God, it's one of the things I'm noticing, like the major major hurdle here is how do we replicate and use Word to integrate into our system. Um, yeah, integrate. So it's like if I'm on a website, I could theoretically integrate the word preprocessor preprocess processor in the website. So I'm sure there's a way to do that. Um, Word, um, Office, really, Office would have to be a consuming agent at that point. Um, I don't know if I can talk about this, but I guess I can. But to me, it's like, okay, so project idea, and is okay. So you have an Excel, right? And you want to edit a data cell, a data element, but you want someone to say need permission, um, uh, access, and responsibility to make certain changes. Um, no responsibility. Sorry, I'm thinking of the word not yes, responsibility. Uh, anyway, so it's like that's so to me, it's like okay, so Power Apps, can integrate this requirement, but we want to also use that as a data source um, as well. Um, integrate. God, I'm not sure why integrate is such a. Maybe I should Google. I feel like I need my own knowledge base about like you know, integrate in integrate. Yeah, integrate. Yeah, so yeah. And then what is the definition? So, and then again, this is like exactly what I'm talking about, right? This is a looking at a dictionary to understand a word because you're trying to create a document to just to convey an idea to someone. And that's exactly, but but there again, it's like at some point, I feel like, we're talking about the fact that it's not about trust. Um, it's not about that you can't use the word document or there again in this case, and it's not about Google. Yeah, this is the Oxford Language Dictionary. So, I mean, to me, it's like we already are, you know, yeah. So this is 98. Let's see, credit union note. Let's say 97 called this, existing use cases. Um, drop this under the knowledge base. So like what I'm trying to do is create this, 0 to 100. So existing use cases, Googling a term. Yes, I use Google to find a dictionary to describe if I am thinking of the word correctly to write out the word in a document that is no longer linked. Um, so it's part of me is like this idea that if I say I want to integrate, Excel into Power Apps, um, integrate, I guess it's right, yeah, um, with user accounts, right? And to me, here's a, Micaiah, right? Micaiah comes in, says I, and it says, okay, Micaiah wants to, oops, I want, Micaiah wants to, and there you go, you integrate Excel, uh, Excel. Why are you, okay, you're not happy, but I don't know why. Huh, why is it not happy? Okay, wow. Not sure why it's not happy at that point. Am I doing that wrong where it doesn't? No, it totally freaks out and then it just disappears. Why are you doing that to me? This must be a keyword in, here, let me say, is this a keyword? Goodness gracious. I'm fighting systems. This is what I'm trying to avoid. I mean, I'd be fighting my own system. Excel keyword, and obsidian. This is where Google is going to fail me. Oh, you can do Excel to markdown table. Wow, okay, let me copy this link. Here, let me say, create a new note. We'll say 100 links and then Excel to markdown data. So to me, I was looking at this, right? So if you go, maybe I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't know. But if you go in here, um, and why is this? Oh, because it's over here. Working with two monitors is not good. But if you go into the personal, you go into the Obsidian, then you go into the knowledge base here, and then you open up this knowledge base and you look at well, actually I could say use cases, right? And then look at the knowledge base and see, yeah, so it's physically there. Um, but yeah, so to me, wants to integrate Excel. Maybe I'll just into Power Apps with user accounts, right? With user accounts. Yeah. So let me see how that does that actually, can I do that and still like, not freak out Obsidian? Yeah, so somehow it's blocking this and I don't understand why. Create this file. Yeah, so this is Excel. And then let me say under, I really need to be able to say this use cases is actually, I need to put this under here. Where did it go? Oh yeah, it went over here. So let me say new folder. We'll just call this linking documents. And let me say this is, can I say ZZ? No. Oh, because I see what the issue is here. Oh my, come on, Excel. Or come on, Obsidian. It's like I fight the tools more than I fight. Anyway, so yeah, so this is moving. I guess the issue here is because this is a folder, it lists out the folders first. To me, here's a design, let me create a new folder. Let's say this is 100 design goals. Um, yeah, and then under here, linking documents, we'll say, whew. Oh, right. I, yeah, yeah. So what I just want to add this to here, and I don't need this. Yes. Um, oh, sorry. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. It's just notes for myself. So, anyways, consec what? Oh, oh, I see. Use cases Excel. Yeah. So somehow this is now gone, and I don't know. Yeah, wow, that's really annoying. Okay, well, if I just say Excel, right, And really, it should just be like this, I guess. Um, but yeah, so that's like the idea here is like where I'm saying, okay, I want to integrate Excel into Power Apps with user accounts, and it's like Micaiah, right? It understands the implicit Micaiah. It understands the fact that integrate, and they're again like integrate. So what is integrate? Let's see, add external link. No, add add link. No, how do I? Oh, create this document, right? Um, do add link. Yeah. Here, let me oh I no I do. I do, right? Don't I have this under history? No, under people? Yes. Yes. Let me say that I want to go back to the use cases and I want to say add a link to Micaiah. Uh yes. Okay. There we go. Now I think if I click here, yes. That's technically what I'm trying to get across is that um with this and then the graph, does the graph actually do this differently for me? Yes, this is like, okay, yeah, so the graph is actually doing this interestingly for me. But is this, yeah, so this is the link now working on. So I guess to me, it's like I could use Obsidian to create my links, similar, but I feel like I really wish that Obsidian would, and maybe I don't understand this, but I really wish there was a way, this was actually better. I wish there was a way to say like, for, focus like refocus, recenter. Is there a way to say recenter? Yeah, I really wish there was a tool to say, oh yeah, that's just so cool. So I mean, obviously, Obsidian is doing so much more than I understand because it's, which is cool. And I really love this, but yeah, but there it's like, why is this is creating a cross link. It feels like this is creating a cross link and I don't want it to do that. So there's like little issues here. Um, but yeah, so now Micaiah is being linked to, and this is Micaiah. And again, this is me, Micaiah Stevens. They're good. um, uh, yeah, Micaiah. Yes, thank you. Um, so yeah, so when I'm talking about that I want to integrate Excel into Power Apps with user accounts, it's like Micaiah wants to integrate Excel. And there again, you probably need to just do like this. Can I do it that way? Yeah, there we go. And that's actually what I mean, right? So now um, that these should actually be, and I'm not sure why. Like, what does this do for me? Like, it's like, yeah, it's fancy, but yeah, and there again, like so the linking documents is here is the Excel. So there again, so like I need a new note. We'll call this integrate. And then under here we'll say, let's just Google it again. Integrate. And then we'll just copy this. And I actually want to say this to here to here to here. So now it's like, uh, oh yeah, crap. Uh, yeah, like, okay. Well, maybe I should just do paste this plain text. No. I mean, really? I mean, that's your, um, yeah, so this is here. Um, yeah, yeah, so this is part of that. Yeah, and then this is here. Uh, oh yeah, so this is under similar is like this. Oh yeah. I feel like Tony Stark when he's yeah, now why can't I just here, let me just say this is gonna be a 6 hour video if I don't try to improve um this structure somehow. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. And then yeah, so the opposite would be to separate and then bring people. And then yes, I want this to be a, there we go. So, and then this is the integrate that we can now say that, this is an add link to, um, do I just say, hey, no, I'm good. And I say, do I say, just right click here and add link to integrate? Yes. Yes. Okay. And then there, I could do the same thing for user accounts. Like, so to me, um, this is, and this is actually more of like a subject of user accounts, and we'll put this as 6. Um, rename to 6 user accounts, right? Um, and we have to drop user accounts under, oh, there it is. Where did it go? Under here, but I feel like to me, can I say add link to user? Oh no, I can't see user. Yeah, see, I feel like this is going to be an issue for me when I say here 6 user. Okay, well, actually, I feel like user accounts, right? And I just say, hey, under user accounts, just create a new called user accounts, right? So I was concerned that if I was going to link, you can't link to a folder, which I feel like you need to, right? And then this is um, open link. Yes, so now I get the user accounts themselves, right? Um, so then this is, um, problems. Uh, can't use Excel keyword. Uh, then can't use Excel keywords, and then I'm not sure why I'm okay. And then you um, can't link to folders, um, but need to have a front-facing name. So in this case, it's like 6 user accounts becomes user accounts, right? Um, yeah. Okay. Well, let's stop and think and get back into reality here. So, to me, I was thinking that I got lost in a train of thought and I moved on before even talking about it. My mom was like, "Oh, you're doing that too," and I'm like, "Oh, sorry." But yeah, and this is for the live stream. Got Star Wars. Yeah, so this is for the knowledge base. So yeah, so I was kind of trying to, I guess I was trying to explain what knowledge base is, where it comes from, and what we're trying to build. We actually have a Word document on this as well that I guess I could bring up real quick. Yeah, it's just called, project knowledge. So it's an undefined project. The accumulation of information, facts, and details, all to gain wisdom and understanding. And I haven't even got to like, we're already like what, 20 minutes into this live stream, and I haven't even got to the point of the video. But yeah, but yeah. So this is, trying to put all this together. Here, let me clean up my interface. So we don't need that really. We're good here. Oh, here it is repeated. Um, this is the knowledge base. Yeah, what are the infinity stones? Yeah, we're done with that. So this is, oh, and this is the oh no, and this is the text document. Um, is that the actual? Oh yeah, yeah. This is a piece of another knowledge base. But yeah, let me go back now. So if I open up this one again, what's it gonna actually tell me? Yeah, there we go. I guess it didn't. Is there a way to say refresh? I guess there needs to be a way to say refresh, right? When you say, hey, I want to refresh this without saving it. But yeah, without closing it as well, please. Thankfully, I have yeah, right here. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess that might have, oh, that, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you can see now that it's got these interesting links. So they're gonna like in code. I was looking at this right in code. Um, we're kind of looking at it from a code point of view as well. Okay, yeah. So apparently that was a mistake, right? Um, yeah. Anyway, so yeah. So to recap, yeah. So to recap, so with like knowledge base for me, I'm trying to fold my arms so I'm not getting distracted again. But so the knowledge base is something that's been 30 years in the making, trying to understand knowledge, and then again it's also personal knowledge, right? Trying to have a way to build personal knowledge, um, and how to, to without saving everything in my brain, basically taking all my knowledge and put it into a program instead of a brain. Um, but there again, it's but for me, I think part of the point, I guess, was for me the focus of this is not to let AI do it. I feel like for me personally, I'm not trying to impose my will. I guess there again, it's my program. I can impose my will in my program all I want. That's one thing I love about programming. I'm the God Almighty in my programs, um, because that's maybe not working with others, but in my development, it's like, it's my code standards, my thoughts, my integrations, my ideas. Yes, I would love feedback about all that, but when I'm developing something, it's such a wonderful thing to it's one of the things I love the most about developing is the ability to say, yeah, um, I'm building um, this thing, and but to me, it's about AR versus VR. VR is when the virtual reality, you're showing someone a complete fabrication. And like Tony Stark doesn't do that, right? I mean, I think to me, it's like Tony Stark's probably, God, he's got to be one of my top 10 favorite characters. I mean, top five at least. But I get so inspired when I watch Iron. That's one of the reasons why I watch it a bit, because I love how he interfaces with data and how he uses that data. And there again, he's augmenting himself, right? He's not a VR. Although honestly, with that technology, you should have like took it further, right? It's like, I mean, he did sort of do it in Iron Man 3 where he's like controlling, but there again, he's using that's like VR, right? He's using an AI program to control the VR, the virtual reality of him not being in the suit. AR is Iron Man himself, right? He's controlling the suit, yes, with AI assisted technology, but he's the one doing the controlling. And that to me is like the primary focus of this knowledge base. It's one of the core tenets of the knowledge base, right? Um, do we have? God, I probably have to reorganize this. So new folder, core tenets. Um, yeah. So yeah, so that's just all to say that in building this, just in building each individual piece, I'm trying to build up this larger picture, and that's where you guys get to come along in this journey. Um, we are building this knowledge base to be an augmented experience for our clients, users, and customers, right? I mean, it's like whoever is using this, it's meant to be this augmented experience for anybody using it. Um, and then we should probably get to the point of this entire video so I can get more cookies and feel like I get a little bit more um yeah, drop this under here. Oh, I guess we do have. Oh, here, let me drop this down here. Oh, is this? Oh, I feel like here, let me uh AR. Right. There we go. So it's like this idea of augmented reality. Anyway, so um let's just get into it. So we're talking mostly about Marvel, right? And I was looking at this, and what I've done. under Marvel is I've kind of gotten this idea. Really, yeah. Uh, and there again, so let's do this and let's rename this, and we're gonna call this Loki TV show. Um, and so the Earth 617 is what I'm calling the Loki TV show, because not I don't know what is what is the Marvel Universe Earth signature Mar Marvel what is the MCU Earth designation? Yeah, yeah. So this was 1990. Yeah, it's handbook. But now the recent timeline confirms 816 as the official. Okay, yeah. So there again. So this is here. Let me say blah blah blah. Let's define some of these terms. So I mean, it's I guess that's sort of like here. Let me say new note Earth. Right. So this is Earth. Uh, but now defined as this is screen rant. Oh, let me just copy this entire thing. Let me, yeah, just paste this as plain text. Um, oh yeah, here's October 6th. Getting a date would be amazing as well. Um, and then copying a link, just copy link, and then I just want to paste the link. No, paste the link right here. Just paste that in. Yeah, probably just paste it in as plain text. Does it matter? Yeah, let's do that. So I'm not yeah, so here again, so this is Earth 616. So that's why I'm calling this 617. It's like it's a and here again I described this, right? So the yeah, so this creates the 616A universe, right? So I feel like I sh- I I don't know. There again, this is my domain, my wiki, but I would really love to know the feedback and the answers on some of these scenes of like, okay, so how would how would someone describe this? I basically I'm trying to programify another way to explain things. I'm trying to programify what's already happening on screen, and I'm trying to give reality to what's happening on the screen and how someone defines it. And there again, so um, maybe that Screen Rant article uh, talking about the different 616 universe, right? Um, so yeah, um, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is Vinci temp. This is okay. So now this is let's say this is new knowledge base work, January. I don't know, 114, 2024. Which really, it's like it feels like that's keeping track of changes like that is nice. We're seeing with the graph, but yeah. Anyways, let's focus on the point of the video. Although we're going to be distracted a lot. So yeah, so this to me is like how where this is from Infinity. This is kind of this is actually a scene from Infinity Zones. Um, where yeah, so they took this scene from there where they went out and got you know, the I should say the Avengers needed to go get the Infinity Stones, right? And they took that scene and they added some details to it that Loki's taking they didn't show that, right? So this is now Earth 616.A, where Loki takes the Infinity Stone in 2000, and this is 2000 whatever, and then gets captured by the Time Variance Authority. Uh, so so that's really cool. Um, and then so from here, this is kind of where part of the knowledge base comes in, especially in the MCU, where it's like you have these alternative realities, um, moving these things, that keeps track of these things, right? But the cool thing and the really thing that I wanted to work on, and the whole point of this is I was talking about how um, with I'm watching Captain America Civil War, and I was like talking about the Civil War that's happening, and I one thing I really like to repeat from that discussion to myself is I would love to see what if the Marvel, what if Marvel trusted itself, right? It's the idea. What if Marvel, the universe, trusted each other, right? And like Wakanda met Iron Man, like I mean, there again, it's almost like a retelling of the entire Marvel cinematic universe, right? So to me, it's like let's say create a new folder called what ifs, and then say let's create a note here. Say what if Marvel Universe trusted itself. I don't know how to what the hopefully a scribe will come up with you know the retelling of the MCU, but if everyone trusted everyone. So I mean there again, Iron Man um, goes and you know makes a splash. Wakanda comes and you know Wakanda with Shield, um, comes to talk to him and you know hijacks him. That's huge. Um, work with us and yes, yes, and yes. Tony says no, but Wakanda, Wakanda Shield, uh, stops Ironmonger. You know, uh, so it's like it's this idea of like if the this alternative reality, if there again it's like Wakanda and Shield um join forces after after Peggy, you know, um there again this is what if Peggy Carter had visited Wakanda. Um, what if so what if Peggy Carter had visited Wakanda, right? A founding member of Shield, basically. Again, Captain America is still lost. I mean, it's like Wakanda. You can't solve all the problems, right? But Captain America still gets lost in the ice. Peggy Carter forms Shield with Howard Stark. Uh, there again, forms Shield with Howard Stark. Um, Howard Stark doesn't die, but captures Winter Soldier, who joins Wakanda. I mean, it's just like this, and that's part of this knowledge base is like, it's like what is this doing? It's like, well, it's basically taking what we're doing now, but programifying it, right? Making it into an not just AI, but a computer assisted thing that can help us build knowledge without and there again like our own study. I mean this is like the greatest education tool in the entire world. I mean that's how big I think this project is and how insane it is to me. It's yeah, I mean I don't I guess I guess I am the god, what's his name, Mike Murray, and Peter Molyneux, and I mean I don't know all the big names that are like I'm probably butchering some of those people, but Sean Murray, what's his name? Isn't his name Mike Murray? He's let's Google Fire, uh Man Stole Fire video game. What's it called? No. Okay. I guess there again. I guess I have to put the term first. Video game man. Uh, I don't know. Hello Kitty Games, right? Hello Kitty Games. Isn't that their? No, I guess that's not their name. Ah, No Man's Sky um, game, right? And it's by who's this by? I'm just so no. People can't, this company can't get mad at it. I'm plugging their game so horribly, but I'm trying to plug their game. Um, wow. Okay, I guess I can't. So they have a new game. It's like a new survival, um, something about fire and stealing it, and yeah. Wow. Uh, Anyways, yeah. Do we have news? Or is this just about their company? Anyways, the point being is that person, I think his name's Sean. I want to say Sean Murray, but that feels like the guy from NCIS. But yeah, I'm horrible with names. But anyways, but then the guy from Lionhead Studios, that's the other guy I was talking about. He's like promising this massive game, and it's like, wow. Um, this is where you need chat. This is where you need fans and chats and people. But anyway, so the point being is like, that as you're creating these scenes, yeah, it's like you're educating the. So yes, it is grand, but I feel like it's hopefully again this is Wakanda Shield, right? Um, yeah. So there again, this is like an entire Earth, you know 9,999 or Earth, Earth 7,000 or something. Um, yeah. Oh yeah. So this is the prime timeline. Oh. Okay. So yeah. Wow. Yeah. I mean, but I guess there again, like there's nothing that stops someone says saying, still asking a question, right? To me, it's like if someone looks at this and says, okay, this is zero, this is Earth. What do you mean this is the prime timeline? And to me, Micaiah, I mean this is Micaiah's um, timeline on Earth and as zero. Um, and that's kind of what I'm trying to describe here is like, oh, hey, you've got Adam, Noah, Micaiah, John invents time travel. This is my joke. But there again, like this is now becoming now now becomes Earth 700,000, right? It's like he's now created time travel, so now you've got this, there again. So it's like almost like and I'm also trying to encode the Earth 616, but this is the Earth 700,000. That the six, right, is the Marvel, you know. Um, Really, what I'm trying to say here is Earth, oh no, here is zero Earth is, and then this Earth 6x is, well, 6 underscore x would probably be better, is the Marvel cin cinematic universe. Um, yeah. And that's often too is like I've thought about some of these problems I'm trying to solve, and I feel like no one tried to solve this problem. So when I come back and look at this problem, it's like, how do I solve this problem, right? So Marvel created a really interesting alternative reality in multiple processes, but they probably didn't do a good job of um, you know, designating these things as a factual, evidence. And to me, it's like now I'm as I'm going back through, it's like okay, I'm trying to understand um, how to, create, and not to say sorry to say, not to say that someone didn't do this already. That's always the problem with humans is that because we don't have access to some of the data or most of the data, I should 99.9% of the data, 99.9999999 forever data, we get 0.000, of information at our disposals and we can understand and yes, AI and computers would eventually usurp us because if we can build it in such a way, which I don't, it won't happen in our lifetime. I mean, it's almost a guaranteed, because humans just cannot build in that way. but I'm just saying that um, um, yes, um, yeah, that yeah. Anyway, so I'm just trying to go back through and look at this, and in fact, we'll actually look at Marvels. I guess I should look at Marvels and showcase what I found with Marvel recently. I'm like, wow, they are doing this, so that's really amazing. But I want to do it better. That's all I'm trying to say. It's a good start, but let's do it better. And that's what this is trying to hopefully. Now, does Kevin Feige care that the Earth designations do not mix up? Probably not. I hate to say it. Maybe he does care. I don't know. I don't know Kevin Feige, um, but it's one of those things that um, I guess I'm saying I wish I did. Anyways, but um, but I'm hoping Kevin Feige will see the value in what I'm doing and say we would like to hire you. Like, granted, this is just kind of a day two of working on this project, essentially. Day two of year 30 working on this project. So, anyway, so let me backtrack and say, okay, so the other thing is that yeah, so this is the Earth fix. Oh, S search 6X, right? So this is XXXXX is the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is what I'm trying to say here. And I'm saying that Earth 0 to Earth 999, 90, um, 99 is the prime timeline Earth. Um, so yeah. Um, yeah, so the 0th Earth, right? Am I calling this? No, I'm just calling this Earth. Um, How did I thought I had a better. Oh, I guess this was. Huh? Oh, this should be Earth prime timeline. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's what it should look like, right? So this is the Marvel database. This is the 0th Earth. Um, and yeah, I guess I should like dump this into here, and then this is like explains what the 0th Earth is because that's a folder. And then yeah, so you got Adam. Um, yeah. So Um, and then again, like I'm not trying to be biblical, and I'm not trying to, force my beliefs on anybody. I'm just saying, this is what I believe, and and then and then that is you could figure that out. You could, I mean, but to me, it's like by saying, this model um, doesn't exclude evolution, right? Um, it's just saying here is the family history of the world, the genealogy. That's all it's trying to say. Evolution. It's just ex evolution, evolution. Um, that. But yeah, this is and there again, there's no link from Noah to Micaiah except um, I don't know, soft links, right? This is the soft. There's always this idea. This concept exists in the world. You know, um, the idea genet in the world of genetics, right? Of genetics. That and this is I love genetics. It's just one of those things. Like I seriously was considering in high school studying genetics, which sounds kind of strange for me, but anyways, that the fact that genetics is, and that's that there is a concept in genetics where the human race was constrained to just a few people. You know, yes, up to 100 people at one point. And I don't think evolution is trying to dispute that, right? To me, it's like evolution. The scientists can't dispute other scientists, right? I mean, that's the that's the core problem. Also, the core solution is right here, right? I mean, it's like to me, it's like it's like, oh my goodness gracious! It's like I can't stop thinking like how, like every time I start thinking about this and really diving into this, it's like, wait, we need this, we have to have this because it's like when you start sitting there, um, it's like this is math, right? This is math on an educational level. That's yeah. So I mean, there again, that's another coin phrase, right? This is math on an. Do I have that? Don't I have this idea of under the knowledge base that these um, uh, maybe here? Let me say like you know, insane marketing, right? This is math on an education level, um, on an education, level. Is there a way to say find elevator pitches? I mean, it's pretty much the what I was thinking about here. Oh, it's in the Star Wars, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, okay. It's somewhere in here. I thought there was a. Okay, yeah. Let me under people. Let me create a folder for Micaiah. Um, I was sorry. As I was thinking about what, what happened. Uh, yeah. So under here. Um, wow. Oh, yep. I saw it. I saw it for a second. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, somehow it got dragged down. Ah, this is like where I need a dual monitor, right? To anyways, so yeah. Um yeah, there was this idea, I don't know where it went, but this idea that I was writing maybe that's it's I know where it is. I know it's at the bottom of here, right? So this is the this is this the next generation of wiki, right? There again, WikiLeaks sent bad, so it's like this is the next knowledge base, right? So yeah. Sorry. Here's this. I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm like, here, Micaiah is thinking this Word document needs massive help. Comments feels like but this is an example, right? Example. This article. Oh, what the? This article on the Mortis God's origin needs massive help. That's kind of what I meant, in terms of what I was envisioning a button at this point. But yeah. So yeah, so here again, so it's like this needs to be brought over here where okay, so now we've got this idea of the knowledge base and I've got this up here in the knowledge base under the core tenants. Yeah, the insane marketing. I've got this idea that, this is an so here, this is yeah the pitches. This is the next generation Wikipedia. Um, Gotta feel like I could. Kira TV is going to do a video on me at some point in my life. um, Generation of the of the knowledge base. So if you don't know who Kira TV is, sorry, that's a joke. So if you don't know who Kira TV is, he's I don't actually have him on this channel, I believe, but he's a really interesting person. Is this him? Let's see if I can look at his videos and see if that's who I'm thinking about. No. Maybe? Did he change his videos? No. Oh no, I don't think his name is Kira. Here, I mean, how mad is YouTube getting that I'm looking at this Kira TV? Guess I'd have to say like my subscribers. Can I look at my subscribers? Yes, I have 83 subscribers. Uh-oh, exposing all my data. Da, 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 da. I actually don't mind. Um, yeah, Kira TV. Wow, I guess he has changed. Okay. Oh, I should have saw this article. Yeah, so I haven't really been watching his videos for a long time, but he's basically like you think about like hopefully before um I do like this is like I saw that and I'm like, "Oh my God." But yeah. I don't know. I guess I don't know him recently, but I feel like there's some articles here. Um in fact, I'm sure betting he has an article what I was just talking about with what's his name? Well, he probably would if he wow. God, what is this guy gone? Um, yeah, so here's one in Ezra Miller. So here's his hot take on Ezra Miller. Um, yeah, so that's how I was kind of thinking. Not that I'm Ezra Miller, but I'm thinking I'm more like who's the guy? Is it Lion? Uh, who's the president of uh of Lionhead Studios? Like who is I thinking? Like Peter? Is it Peter Molyneux? Yeah, I think it might be Peter Molyneux. Is that who I'm talking about? I'm sorry, Peter, if that's you. I'm thinking about someone that is like, oh, it's the not, but it's the Fable series creator, right? That's who I'm thinking about. Oh, that's Peter Molyneux. Okay, well, I mean, I love the guy, right? I mean, to me, I love him, and I think he's great, and he's probably one of my heroes. But I feel like some people are like, I've never met him, but I feel like some people are like, yeah, when he's talking about something, yeah, we're gonna have an RPG and it's gonna be about characters and we're gonna have stats, and you're like, oh, this is great, this is awesome, and then it's gonna include dragons, and you're gonna be able to fly on that dragon, you know, and you're gonna be able to raise dragons and pet dragons. What game are you talking about? Fable One. It's like, what the no? You feels like you're talking about 5,000 things that, that has, it's like you're never going to be able to put that into the game. And I feel like Sean Murray, is that his name? Let me look up Sean Murray. I feel like there's a couple Sean Murrays. Yeah, there's the American actor who plays on NCIS. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the Sean Murray from um, No Man's Sky. Is this the same one? Is this the Yeah, so it's Hello Games. Yeah, so it's Hello Games, Sean Murray. Oh, it's the last campfire? No, 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 no. Let's see. Did he have a oh, that's terrible to hear about this river that blow. This is what I love about Wikipedia, right? I'm always on Wikipedia. This is the future of Wikipedia though, but yeah, light no fire. Whew! I know it has something to do with fire. I didn't realize you did it. I never played this game, the last campfire. I should put this on my list and here, let me I don't know how to do that. This is where I need my own knowledge base, right? So if we're oh, I guess I've lost it. Maybe that's what closed down. Here, let me I but there again, like to me it's like, okay, well, if you open these, I do have the knowledge base. This is the Jehovah knowledge base. This is really becoming the Jehovah knowledge base. This is the Hamlet knowledge base. Here's my game development knowledge base, and here's my personal Um, yeah, see, I don't want this because I put like doctors and notes and ideas, and I mean I get the fact of how the security of this is not a joke. I mean, to me it's like there again, like when you start adding in doctors information, then you start getting to HIPAA laws and you start going insane. Like I have no no mistaken belief about play the last campfire for your second channel. Um, campfire for your second channel. So that's, I mean, I don't know. That's, oh, and then, Backpack Hero is also, I probably would rather play Backpack Hero. I don't know what this game's about. I don't really like games anymore. I have trouble playing games. I played, Starfield, stuff like that. Yeah. Minecraft. It's so sad to see like Minecraft shutting down Legends, but yeah. Anyways, so yeah, so moving forward. So, we haven't even got to the point of this video. That's just me. I feel like I feel like I should be on YouTube, but then it's like I feel like I shouldn't be on YouTube because I'm so insane on um, you know, how it works. But okay, so let's get back to the point of the video. So, um, yeah, so to me it's like there's the idea of the knowledge base is to kind of, one of the you know, I feel like, oh God, I'm getting distracted again. You ever see? I just watched the movie again about. You ever see the movie The Core? It's one of the it's one of those joke fun movies that I love. I guess that's why I have OCD, and maybe it's getting worse as I'm getting more, you know, emotional. I don't know, more distraught about life. But it's about the core, right? So you'd think, oh well, I'm Aaron Eckhart. No, no, no. Or you think, oh yeah, Stanley Tucci. No, no, no. And to me, it's like I'm this guy from that movie, right? The Delora. And there again, not to say that this guy is an amazing, wonderful, awesome actor, but there again, like I would love to see maybe a what if Stanley Tucci and Delore Lindo, Baz, right? Baz and Conrad. What if Baz and Conrad? Uh, is that a thing? Can I do that? Here, let me do that. What if Baz and Conrad? Um, you know what? Uh, there we go. What if? There again, Marvel will stew me. What if Baz and Conrad from the core actually worked together? The 5 minute movie. It'd be like Baz, Conrad would be like, I want to create this device that sends a shockwave through the earth. And Baz is like, you're an idiot. And Conrad's like, you're right. I shouldn't do that. You know, movie's done. Anyway, so the thing about the core is Baz has this crazy, insane idea, and they're like, um, and so Conrad knows about it, but yeah, but he needs some help because Conrad, friend, spoil everything. Like this is like I'm gonna try. I mean, I need to title my channel subtitle my channel spoiler alert, right? Because yeah. Anyway, so Baz, Conrad, the characters, Stanley Tucci, which I mean, this is why it's such an amazing movie. It's like when you have Hilary Swank, Aaron Eckhart, um, DJ Qualls, like, oh my God, this guy. You got Stanley Tucci. I don't know who Hero is per se, and Bruce. I'm sure there are a lot of supporting actors that I don't know. But then yeah, this guy I definitely know. And then yeah, and then I didn't know who Alfra Woodard is, but she almost felt like a um. Oh yeah, yeah. And then you also got one of my favorite character supporting characters too, Glenn Marshauer. Is yeah, this guy is he's from 24, right? Um, yeah, he's from 24, and yeah, that's unbelievable. Supporting actor. I mean, he could be a main actor. Anyways, the point being is that yeah, this guy, he's from well, yeah, yeah, he's the Secret Service in 24, um, with uh, I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so this guy Baz has this crazy idea for a project, right? And there again, one of this is the reason why when you watch these shorts, I feel like movie companies should really like get behind shorts because when you watch a short, it just feels like, oh yeah, I really enjoyed that movie. That's honestly why I've watched probably the last 15 movies I've watched because of watching shorts on YouTube. But anyway, so Baz is like, and then Conrad goes to Baz, and Baz is like, hey, um, Conrad's like, okay, well, I see if you improved the idea. Like, what would make it this work? And Baz is like, about $1 billion, and they're like, will you take a check? That's who is that guy? Oh, I didn't even think about it. I think that's one of the guys I was thinking about. Like, yes, I think it's this guy. Yes, this guy. Um, but there again, like to me, it's like, okay, so I mean, this is sidetracking, but this is kind of like what the entire point of this project's about. And I guess to me, that's what these videos are going to be about, right? Because this is going to be a. So to me, it's like, who is Richard Jenkins, right? So if you go to IMDb, which is like, oh my God, one of the best websites out there. And but you say this is probably actually where all this is. I don't know if this is linked to. Yeah, here we go. So you look at this and you say, okay, so this is the general that said, will you take a check? And then Aaron Harkart was like, well, blah blah blah. To me, it's like if you come back here and say, oh my God, this person has 115 movies, including one movie coming up called If. Apparently, he's a voice in post production, but yeah, you can see like, oh hey, he's part of that Jeffrey Dahmer's meme series that came out. He's in Nightmare Alley. Um, I don't know some of this stuff. I haven't really been watching a lot. The Shape of Water, for instance. Oh, he's in Con. Yeah, it's like this guy is obviously a massive supporter actor. Um, yeah, and then I'll go through and say, oh, White House Down. Okay, I didn't know he was in that one. I didn't see that one, I guess. He was in Jack Reacher. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize he was in Jack Reacher with the one with Tom Cruise, not Alan Rickman. Richmond or whatever his name is. And there again, you go like, wow, I don't even know where the core is. Probably I missed it, but the core is in here somewhere, right? Because he was in the core. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, there you go. The core in 2003. Um, there again, you could actually probably go back and, um, but yeah. Oh, he's actually in Something About Mary. Wow. So I feel like that's part of this thing is like for my personal interest, it's like I'd love to be able to say, all these characters I've seen, and I'd love to be able to say, like, go through like this character and say, okay, cool, you know, seen it, seen it, seen it, seen it, haven't seen it, seen it, seen it, not, most of these are not, I haven't seen it, but I'm saying, like I've seen There's Something About Mary. I'd hate to admit it, but yes, I've seen There's Something About Mary. I think it's a great movie. I think it's just very crude and rude, and you wouldn't suggest it to anybody, but it's a great, you know, and he's in it. So to me, it's like for him, I'd say, okay, well, I saw this movie, and that's a piece of data. I mean, that's what I'm talking about Iron Man and how, it's like I wish I was Tony Stark, and I'd be like, oh yeah, did I watch? Hey Jarvis, did I watch Something About Mary? Yes, you watched it, and da 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 da. Um, and there again, that's an augmented reality. It's like I know that's the reality, and I'd be like, oh, you're right, I did watch that movie. We're like, what movie was this guy in? He was in Absolute Power. No idea what you're talking about. Oh, Something About Mary. Oh yeah, of course I know what you're talking about, right? It's like that's how our brain works, right? Oh, and there again, me, myself, and Irene. Oh my God, Ally McBeal. I haven't really watched the full TV series, but I understand it. Like and there again, I'd love to be able to, you know, oh hey, here's a piece of data. Did you see it? No. Do you know about it? Yes. Do you care about it? No. It's like yes, no, I haven't seen it. Yes, I care about it. No, I don't. I mean, it makes sense to me, I guess. Yeah. Oh, and this is the man who wasn't there. Is this a and then some of these are like, oh, okay, I don't know anything about that. So it's like, what's this? This looks interesting. There again, I'd like to put it on the list. But yeah, so anyways, so talking about the point of this video, what are we, an hour into the video and I still haven't even got to the point of this video? I mean, I've been him and Han about it, but yeah, I should probably get moving on and get some actual more. I don't know. I don't get a lot of work done, um, sometimes, but I feel like I am progressing on this project pretty massively. So I felt like I've maybe spent 45 minutes on this project, which is amazing. Anyway, so it's this idea about why is so important because for me, when you think about just the Marvel universe and you think about the characters, right? It's one thing to think about Loki as a character and who he is, but in the future with Marvel especially, Loki as a character um, is one thing to think about, and if you have Tom Hiddleston playing him in all the versions, almost like a Jonathan Majors with Kane. which is a whole nother ball of wax. But anyways, if you have Tom Hiddleston playing one character, you kind of get a little confusion too. But I think it's more like what alternative reality would look like, right? I was thinking of there again, I'm getting distracted, but when I was thinking about Tom Cruise playing Iron Man, it's like that's not alternative reality to me. That's a fake reality. I just don't see how that would work. And there again, I guess that's here, let me rum pum pum. Yeah, in the 616, let's say create a new folder for Iron Man. And let's say um, Tom Cruise. And I want to say, is that right? Yes. Why does why does it make sense for Tom Cruise to play Iron Man? You know, what process makes that work? And then again, I guess to me, it's like, that's what we're trying to get across in this talking about Loki that I'm getting so distracted on is the idea of what makes Loki work. Like who is Loki? And, for me, I just say, okay, there's two different versions of Loki. There's probably 100 different versions of Loki, right? From the series. There's 100 different versions of Loki from the series. And, um, that doesn't have to make sense for me. Um, because it's like, yes, there's 100 different versions of Loki. Um, and I think they're cool, but they're mostly Tom Hiddleston with a few, like the older version that plays Loki. That's actually, strangely enough, that's not different for me. And I guess there again, I guess to me it's like um here, let me say new folder, we'll say Loki, right? And then we'll say new note, we'll say Loki 616. Um and then we'll say new note Loki Loki 617. We're calling him the 617 Loki. And then we'll say new note. We'll say Loki 799, right? This is the older version of Loki from the TV series. Um, this makes sense to me, even though he's a different character because he is older and looks similar to Tom Hiddleston. It just, yeah. And to me, it's like if you're gonna take, like they're gonna recap, like this is something that Kevin Feige is probably grappling with right now, and I feel like to me, it's like this. Here's the answer, right? I'm in trying to build this. It's like the answer to your question for Kevin Feige is, if you're gonna recast people, think about how do I make them younger, older, or similar, but don't make them so different um, that it's not always a rule, right? I feel like um, we got to make them younger, older, different. Well, different. Um, younger, older, different, um, or similar, right? So to different. This is the dangerous path. However, um, Reacher, right, is making it similar to um the book. And that's one of the biggest complaints. Sorry to get on Reacher as well, but so Reacher is a Amazon TV show, and we talked about Tom. That's probably Tom Cruise. I think it is it Tom Cruise. Yeah, Tom Cruise plays Reacher. Wow. Um, anyways, let's just assume it's Tom Cruise. Oh, let's not assume. I don't know. I think it's Tom Cruise. Uh, Reacher, Tom Cruise. Yeah, yeah. So Jack Reacher. Yeah, so he played played him in the original movie, and now the Amazon's got the TV show. But yes, he's different. he's but this makes it more similar, right? So this is there again, like this is the dangerous path where like they cast someone that was so different, that was a little bit older. Well, I felt like Tom Cruise, like that to me is like not a thing. Um, for his you know, um so I guess there again it's like you're teaching. It's like this knowledge base is trying to teach people how to judge things, right? And why we judge things the way we do, right? With Tom Cruise, I feel like he was so different. But for me, I'd never read the book, so I didn't care. But a lot of people are like, no, no, I read the book, I cared. He should have looked like, um, but then again, like this is, this also is com- completely stupid to think Reacher TV season one, you have two people who are giants and you didn't think they were related. It's like, what the, I mean, it's like, that's like, there again, like this thing is going to happen. And maybe it's like, we don't know, um, if it's going to be true that people are going to be like upset about it, but it's like, we need to think about these things. That's what this knowledge base is trying to expose, is data, in such a way that you think about it like, okay, we know people are going to be upset because of this, and this gives us a foundation to talk about these things, right? This is the knowledge base, is the under the core tenets here. Um, sorry, I don't know. I guess this is gonna just gonna have to be the foundation. Uh, this gives us a foundation to talk about, you know, whatever, and gives us, you know, layered data, so we are not in left field. If we get in left field, we need to expand the database. Um, so yeah, so just in thinking about some of these things, is there a way to, oh yeah, so I guess not in terms of that, but anyways, yeah, so in Tom Cruise, no, it's Loki. Yeah, here we go. So this one, yeah. Now again, it's like I don't know how to link all this different data together in a cohesive, idea. Like, you know, um, here, sorry. I'm thinking of something so funny. Like, okay, I'm okay. Hold on, I'll catch up. I swear. I gotta write this down, but I don't know how to write this down. Oh my god! Like, this is not the way to write things down. It's like, Jarvis. I'm thinking of this really funny thing. Oh, you're hilarious, sir. Oh, God, totally spaced. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. This it's the marketing, right? This is what I'm thinking about right here. How do I get to the marketing? Oh, it's the sorry. I called it something different. Huh. Uh, I swear I had this idea of marketing's. Um, okay. Well, I guess I don't know. Um, yes, okay. Oh yeah, there you go. Insane marketing. So sorry. So I'm thinking of this idea of, oh god, I totally lost it. Oh, it's hilarious. I swear. Um, wow. Because I got distracted because I read something and it completely changed my mind. But um, um, oh, it was so funny. Wow. Okay. Anyways, I guess sorry. We'll have to. Um, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. We're talking, yeah, through the Loki, the 799. And then again, it's like, even though we're on Earth 616, we're talking through Loki. this is kind of I need to be able to link the different Lokis. And I feel like I owe it to the character to say, um, look him up and link him here just for my memory. It's like Hugh. I don't remember what his name. Loki. Um, season one, older Loki, classic Loki. Oh yeah, yeah. Here's so is this yeah. So this is yeah. So this is classic Loki. Yeah. So it's portrayed by blah, 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 Richard E. Grant. Is who I was thinking about. So yeah. So um yeah, linking to a Wikipedia article like this is really amazing, I think, to me. And it's like, okay, cool. So, I don't know. They call him classic Loki, but I don't know if they have any designations for him. Um, yeah, I don't know if they actually technically have a designation for him. Um, yeah. So this is right. So this is So this is classic Loki, as portrayed by um, uh, Placed as plain text, Richard E. Grant. Yeah, so that's just amazing. But there again, it's different, but yeah, it's different, but he's older, right? So this is like the classic Loki feels like an older version of Loki. Then again, they didn't just dress up, you know, didn't didn't just make didn't just make Tom Hiddleston old looking, which would be stupid. I mean, I hate that. I mean, like de-aging technology is just dumb. I mean, cast an actor that looks, if you're gonna, like Luke Skywalker, cast an actor that's younger, right? Here again, so this is like cast an actor who looks as close as you can to a younger version of Luke Skywalker, and then call him Luke Skywalker, and um and just run with it, right? I mean, it's like, and there again, like you got to find, but to me, it's like you got to find that person that is gonna be. It's not about the look; it's about presentation. To me, it's like if a kid comes in and I just don't get it, right? I mean, and there again, like I guess one thing is like like when you think about the Robert Downey Jr., which I think he is the perfect Iron Man. So what I'm about to say has no bearing on my view that Robert Downey Jr. is not the perfect Iron Man. When I saw his audition tape, it's like this is garbage. You know, it's like I wouldn't cast him based on that audition tape. I would cast him based on um I don't know what I would actually know at the time, but which is it's actually what I'm trying to talk about, right? This idea of time is our greatest enemy, ally, and um you know um personage. So it's like Robert Downing, uh, Robert Downing Jr. Robert. I feel like there's a Downing Jr. Um, so it's like to me, it's like okay, well, oh, did I? Hopefully, I didn't kill my mic, but maybe. In fact, he was actually in Oppenheimer, so to me, it's like Oppenheimer is like definitely on the list. Um, yeah, but if you come all the way down to here, this is where I think. So Iron Man is oh, that's the video game. So Iron Man is in 2008, right? So to me, time is relative, right? So there's no time travel, there's no misunderstanding for me. So if I think about 2008 Robert Downey Jr., then I'm like, okay, if I'm a director and I can, I mean, I would not be able to direct without, the IMDb or knowing someone, right? I would just basically go back and say, okay, well, Zodiac, I don't know anything about that, but I maybe watched that. Um, Family, and that's just an episode. Good night and good luck. I think I saw that. God, I can't think of anything. Gothica? Wow. Okay. Oh, U.S. Marshals. Okay, he was in U.S. Marshals, right? So I'd be like, oh man, intern, go get me every scene, every thought. And there again, that's like part of this database is like, oh, hey, U.S. Marshals, I want a YouTube video, right? There again, and I feel like that's if I could get the U.S. Marshals on a digital database and be able to say, there again, that's like where AI can step in and say, hey, AI, I feel like this is a thing that AI could do is say, hey, AI, I mean, let's I don't know. I don't know how to access chat GTP. Um, yeah. Okay, yeah. So let's try, uh, interesting. Okay, so here we go. So, show me all the scenes from U.S. Marshals containing Royce. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, oh, how many minutes is Royce in U.S. Marshals? Uh, Marshals. Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. So here again, this is like, is AI useful? Yes. It's like it understands that Royce is, who is Royce from U.S. Marshals? Wish I could say Royce's character in the movie U.S. Marshals, which in 1998 American actions blah 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 blah. And there again, I'd maybe reach out to Stuart Bart. Hey, how did you like working with Royce? Robert Downey Jr. Royce is a key figure in the plot in the film. Uh, is that the guy who betrays him? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to go there again. I'd have to go, go watch it. And I don't want to get in trouble by watching it right now, but I would, go watch a video short, and I would look at that and be like, okay, you know, okay, yeah, he did a good job, and I'm like, okay, I would hire you, but to me, it's like, I don't know. That's how I would make my decision. And yes, you would have to say, hey, I want you to do this scene, and you know. And I'd be like, okay, I honestly would say, hey, RDJ, and nothing against RDJ, and nothing against Iron Man. He's like, he is Iron Man, and like, I am Iron Man, right? It's like, and his acting is amazing. There again, I do have a personal take with Tony Stark's character in the movie, and I felt like his growth was stupid. I feel like the same thing with Thor. Like Thor keeps rising and falling, and I really wish that they would, I mean, it's just the greatest line I think for me is when Odin tells Thor, "You're not the god of hammers." There again, now it's like, and there again, maybe another scene of Odin, telling Thor, and then again, like, Thor should be like, "How are we talking, right? How are we talking, Odin?" He's like, "Well, I'm still alive, and or whatever. Like I'm your memories of you, whatever, right? How it works. Um, I feel like Thor could literally, a perfect person could close their eyes and think, I'm thinking about my father. I want to ask him a question. He's gone, and go, and they could conjure a picture of him, and I feel like he could, talk to Thor in his mind, and that's what he's doing. And but there again, he wouldn't have any idea. He's like, "Where are you?" He's like, "Well, I'm in your mind, idiot. I'm a figment of your imagination." Um, he's not Odin himself. He is a Odin's. Thor's memories of Odin, and um, yeah, but and there again, like there could be some connection between that and the dream realm where Odin probably is, right? I was just thinking about that with Frigga. Frigga is actually one of those characters. I'm like, you can now bring Frigga back into the Marvel, and I feel like they should, and she should be, a really amazing actress that could really help Marvel. uh, oh, Skywaller. It's Skywaller, not to be confused with Skywalker, so I don't get sued. Um, but there again, I mean, the legal ramifications of this job is insane. Um, and yeah, sorry, I'm trying to like th. Anyways, getting distracted, but yeah, but there again, like, so where is Odin right now? Odin is in not Vanaheim, but where basically where Lady Thor, Natalie Portman, I think her name is, his character went to with Heimdall and met Heimdall if you didn't see the post credit scenes there, yeah. I should title this subtitle, well, a spoiler alert. Um, yeah, this is Project Knowledge spoiler alert, right? Let me get that up there somehow. This is obviously Project Knowledge, you know, spoiler alert. Yeah. It should be the project name. Spoiler alert. Project Spoiler. Because it's there again, the spoils are what I was also talking about. How, Kevin Feige, John Favreau, all these people have huge secrets they're trying to keep from us. Rightfully so. I was thinking about if I owned a TV show, you know, like Alien, not Alien, but Resident Alien. It's like, man, it's like, oh, that show is in trouble. It's like, hey, I would love to invest in that show, but if I owned it, this was just Alan Tudyk or whatever his name is. If I owned it, would I want to watch the episodes before they're ready? It's like, don't tell me anything about it, but I feel like at some point in the season, I'd have to be able to afford another season, um, and feel like I could rescue it if I owned the show outright. I don't, sorry, it's dreams of insanity. But anyways, I feel like I would have to own it enough to say, yeah, season three sucked. I'm like, there again, I would just say, fans, I'm sorry, season three sucked. It's not any one particular person. The storylines were not good. The characters, you know, we let you down. We're gonna come back for season four. Because I'm gonna fund it, but we're gonna, rework it, try to fix the problems somehow, and the love suggestions on it. Anyways, I guess that's it because I should take this. Yep. Anyways, take care all.